Technical difficulties. I guess we back. I guess we back. I guess we are back. I want to say we back. Yes, sir. Technical difficulties happen sometimes. Shit. But I guess. Let me get this shared up and out real fast. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. You know what? Let me just look this up here. Okay. What's up, Pat? What's going on, man? What is going on? Yeah, top of the AM, man. I had a fucking headache, man. I still got a headache, bro. Mm, mm, mm. Headache, headache, headache. Let me see something. My guy won't snap up there. I guess that's it. I guess. I was right on the Jordan home run yesterday. Today I have my eye on Rodriguez strikeout prop versus my Astros. Interesting, right? Um, I looked at a few things last night. Uh, had a headache this morning, just couldn't get up. A lot of lines wasn't out. Whatever the case may be, it is what it is, right? Um, what you're looking at right now is Outlier. They do sponsor my channel, so I do have a link in the description if you guys want to take a swag at this. Using my link, you'll get a free week. And then if you decide to, move forward with it, then it is what it is. That's something that you can, decide from your own. Strikeouts. Nope, don't want to filter this to strikeouts here. Maybe look at pitching strikeouts. Let's see something. Players, games, da 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 da. They got a new update. I haven't been looking. I've been doing a lot of things the long way. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. All right, I'll figure it out. I'll look at some things here. Show all lines. Da 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 da. Yo, any bets you like to hit in the first game? Mm, 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 mm. The Cubs game, my Cubs. Um, we got an over under 8, so the books don't expect many runs to be put up here. And I haven't been targeting a lot of Cubs bats because it's hard for me to figure it out. We got Shota in Manana, however you want to say it, on the mound. That's one of our aces, and he mm, I tell you this: the New York Knicks Mets, they've been hitting lefties, right? I just don't know if I want to go there. I don't know if I want to go there. Quintana, he seems like he's a little bit more. He's more hittable than in Manana or whatever. But the Cubs bats, those are the ones I wrestle with. My team, whatever the case may be. But those are the guys that I do wrestle with. Um, Hap was somebody that I was looking at. Mm, Hap was somebody that I was looking at, and when it comes to hits, uh, right now, just for one hit, he's had what, and at least two hits, right, in five straight games, right? So that's pretty interesting. He could be hot, he could be whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? But he's somebody that you could probably take a look at there, at least for a hit. But as far as my Cubs, I haven't really been, I haven't really been betting on them, man. You know, I don't know who they are, and I'm fine with not betting on them because I don't care. I care, but I don't care. If it ain't, I have to be biased. You know what I'm saying? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And I ain't trying to lose no money. Pat said, "What about Maria?" And today we can do a soft little session today. Put a parlay together, or something like that. Because like I said, I had a doggone headache, man. Um, but I still came on here. Drop a like on the video for me, uh, Maria. Drop a like on the video for me. Um, like I say, I do got a little membership if you guys want to support what I do over here on YouTube. Uh, $2.99 a month. You'll get that back. You'll get that back however you want to, however, right? Oh yeah, for sure, no problem. I know I'm gonna try to figure it out. He's got a hidden 5 or 10. I ain't dig into any numbers or anything like that. I could really dig into some numbers for you guys. Let's see. Mm, mm. If you guys want to know what the model pops, I can give you guys that as well. Let me give you guys that, right? Let me give you guys that. Uh, let's see. Um, all day. And I'll let the model help me out today, okay? Since I didn't feel like diving deep into a lot of these. I know you guys understand. New York Mets. Things ain't gonna look sexy here because Shota, he's definitely a good pitcher. So it's not a lot that looks sexy here. I'm gonna tell you right now. As far as bats concerned, how they have it ranked, the top two bats they have it ranked as for Pete Alonso and Cody Bellinger, right? Um, I don't know how much I trust that. Those were the top two bats from each team, but y'all know me and the model do not agree, and you guys know I go against that model. I let you know what I don't like, and then when I let you know what I don't like, most likely they do great. They do great. I'll show you guys this though. How these teams have been doing versus respected handedness. I wasn't in on any of these guys. That's the only thing, right? I wasn't on any of these guys here, but we got a big gap between the next game, and we'll try to fly through the rest of this, right? So versus left hand pitching, the New York Knicks, right? Yankees, right? Mets, right? They've been pretty good. 118 WRC plus. Yeah, I know, right? You know, right? But that's why I always try to let you guys know, and then you guys can, make a decision for your own. You know what I'm saying? You guys would probably love to fade me when I say I'm fading the model. you know. So they've been looking good. Strikeout rates is way down, 20%. That's on the season. How about the last 30 days? New York Mets versus lefties. Um, Damn, I might have to take this fucking hat off. I don't need nothing tight on my head. New York Mets, 20% K rate still, 329 plate appearances, 158 WRC plus. Ooh, that's massive right there, right? That's massive. 14 days. Probably how many New York Mets? 135 plate appearances. The strikeouts are up a little further, and the WRC plus is still a whopping 126, right? So, I mean, it is what it is, right? Um, like I said, we can take a look at Shota and give you guys some information. First, let's take a look at Jose Quintana, right? Who's sporting a 16% K rate, 4.9 ERA, and then expected ERA is in the fives. Uh, Expected batting average is 283. Taking a look at some of his game logs, he's looked you know what I'm saying? Uh, he's given up a home run in two of his last three games. Um, Actually, he's given up a home run in one, two, three, four, five of his last seven. Hasn't faced this Cubs team. Some of his numbers here, pitch wise, pitch mix wise, going up against righties. He's throwing that sinker. He's throwing four pitches, man. Versus righties, a sinker 27, 25% for the four seamer, 24% for the changeup, 21% for the curveball. So he's throwing them all, right? He's around 300 batting average versus right hand batters in three of these four pitches. Okay, so he's getting hit versus righties. I don't know to what clip. The sinker and the four seamer, the top two pitches he throws, he's got three home runs apiece versus them. And then versus left hand batters, he is he's throwing that sinker 54% of the time. He's got two home runs versus that 231 batting average with a 251 expected. So, and then the next piece on to lefties, he's only throwing a sinker and a weird ass slurve, right? So that slurve, he's putting motherfuckers away when he can with that slurve, 31% with and 20.8 put away, right? So he's putting people away with that. He's putting lefties away with this slurve. Okay? He's pitching his best to lefties, okay? He's pitching his best to lefties, right? So that's some information on him. So that explains no, that don't explain why uh, uh, that don't explain why Bellinger is up at the top. So let's take a look and see what the fuck do they see in Bellinger. Every time I go and fact check the model, it never makes sense to me. It just doesn't. We'll see. Um, Going up against let's see, going up against a damn, we got two lefties on the mound today. Hmm. Okay. What was he throwing? Uh, Sinker and the slurve. So Cody Bellinger's batting 300 versus that sinker. It looks pretty good. He's got a home run off of it versus lefties. What about last year? He still was betting 300 versus that sinker last year. So here's somebody who can hit that sinker, right? I want to take a look at Hap, right? I want to take a look at Hap. Let's take a look at Hap. If y'all just dropping in, drop me a like, man. And if you got a favorite play for the algorithm, drop it. You know, the comments help the video get pushed out. Uh, Hap. I want to check Hap out. I want to check Hap out. Let's see. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Let's see something. All right. All right. Happens a switch though, right? Yeah, he's a switch. So he'll be coming from the right side. Um, he'll be coming from the right side, right? So it'll be Quintana, right? And he's pitching his worst to righties. And he's throwing out a multitude of pitches. He can mix it up versus righties, but all of his stuff is getting tapped, right? He's got at least two doubles on each one of his pitches that he throws, except for the slurve, which he doesn't throw the slurve a lot, right? Six doubles on that sinker. So he's got a home run on each one except for that curve. All right, so let's see what Hap is doing. Okay, so what do we got? Sinker, four seamer, sinker, four seamer, sinker. Hap is batting 333 versus that, 15 at bats. Four seamer, two, 223, 250. Not many plate appearances, right? But 250. Change up and curveball. Okay. So what is Hap doing versus that change up and curveball? 300 versus that change up, and then that curveball, he just really hasn't seen it. And then couple that with the fact that uh, Hap has been looking good here. Uh, Hap has been looking good here. Uh, so let's see what we got. Hap. I want to see what all he's been doing. Now we know he's got two hits or better in like five straight games, right? Something like that. Right. So his hits, runs, and RBIs. Yeah, he's got at least four hits, runs, and RBIs in four of his last five games. Uh, home runs. He's got three home runs in his last five games. Safe to say he's hot, right? He's got an RBI in four of his last five games. Uh, just for RBI, you get that plus 165. So there it is, right? Total bases. He's been hitting the total bases line. Um, 5-3, 5-2, 6. So he's hot. I hate I missed it. I hate I missed that run. You know, I hate I missed that run, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So it is what it is, right? So and that's just like I said. I got to get a pitcher lean towards the Chicago Cubs. If I'm picking a side in this one, I'm leaning towards the Chicago Cubs. But don't get it twisted. None of this shit was not on my radar. Uh, Shota looks good, right? 25% K rate, 3.6 walk rate. He's just been looking good. If you want to get to his pitching outs, then be my guest, right? Taking a look at what he does versus the handedness. Let's take a look, and we'll see, right? So versus right hand batters, he's throwing that four seamer. He's throwing two pitches, the four seamer and the split finger. He's got three home runs apiece on each one of them. Batting average is, on a four seamer is pretty low at 186 with expected at 237. Split finger is 240 with expected 205, right? That's versus righties versus lefties. He is, let's see what he's doing versus lefties. He's still throwing that four seamer at over 50%, right? He got 222 batting average versus that one home run. He's looking pretty good. The sweeper is the next pitch he's throwing at 29%. So he's pretty much two pitch dominant. The sweeper and the four seamer makes up 80 over 80% of his pitches to lefties, right? The one guy that popped was uh was Peter Alonso. Let's see what they see. So actually, anybody he's throwing that fastball over 50% of the time. So let me take a look real quick, right? I'll filter this. I'll filter this a different way, and then let's see. Mm, 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 Damn, I forgot where to go, right? Personal stats. Let's take a look at this right here. Okay. So, we'll go. We'll go batters. Okay. 1, 4, 7, 10. go. Okay. Um, so there's a fastball. Now this is not versus lefties. Since he's throwing that fastball 50% of the time to lefties and righties, this will just be in general to lefties and righties, right? Uh, this team don't strike out that much, okay? But versus certain pitches, you can get the chance to see what a guy does versus certain pitches. Now keep in mind, Shota is a lefty pitcher, but this is in conjunction with lefties and righties. All right. So the fastball, and just about everybody throws a fastball in general. Mark Vientos, and then I could see who's in the lineup too. Matter of fact, they should have it out either way it go. Let's see. So the New York Mets strikeout percentage here, Nemo and JD Martinez and Alvarez. These guys are considered strikeout candidates. That's only three that I see right now. Anything I want to say over 21% is a strikeout candidate. Now JD Martinez will take you deep, along with JD Martinez can hit. Okay, um, they can hit. They still strike out, but they can hit. Alvarez can take you deep as well, right? He can definitely take you deep. All right. So back to where I was. Um, back to where I was. Versus that fastball. Was he in the lineup? That's what I wanted to see. Was Vientos? Yeah, Vientos is in there. Okay. So JD, 326. Harrison Bader. Starling Marte can hit lefties really, really good. Pete is just Pete, right? Uh, Pete is just Pete. Lindor, he's okay. Nemo, he's in the lineup. That's what I wanted to see. Nemo is 238. Hmm, interesting. And then Alvarez, 167. Okay. Uh, all right, I guess. Let me see. Pete Alonso versus lefties. Versus that fastball. So that's why Pete Alonso has 4 home runs, 350. You might as well say 350 batting average, expected slugging at 646 and a 547, right? 567. And he don't struck out much versus that fastball. And that is why he's up there, right? So over here in general versus the fastball, Pete Alonso, 274. Slugging is up, 685. So K percentage, 20.5. Uh, about average, league average when it comes to striking out. So that's a plus. Expected slugging is up. Yeah. So there you have it, man. There you have it, bro. Those That's why those two bats popped. At least while Alonso popped, because he's dominant with that fastball. Doesn't mean he's going to hit it. Doesn't mean any of that. I was just pointing it out for the guys who was wondering, right? So there you have that. Okay. Um, the model liked they ranked Pete and Bellinger. Um, I did glimpse at it, and I got a glimpse of 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 uh, of Ian Happ, and Ian Happ looked kind of he was hot. Okay, he was hot, so it is what it is. I do give the bats lean to the Cubs, but it's early. Anything can happen. We shall see. What's the numbers here? What's the numbers here? We have Quintana 4.5 Ks and 6.5 Ks for in my Shota, right? So I don't know, man. What about the pitching outs here? 15.5 for Quintana. I wouldn't even be surprised if he hits that, man. and then 17 and a half for Shota, right? Which he's hit that. I don't know. I can show you guys how many times he's hit that, and we'll see. Uh, I haven't used this in a while. I have to figure out how I want to navigate through this again, man. He's 8 of 13 to his he's 8 of 13 to his pitching outs. Um, Strikeouts 7 of 13 to his strikeouts this season. So it's going to be interesting, right? He's 7-1, and if you like the win, the Cubs to win, most likely I would say he probably would get the win. So he's got the win seven. He's 7-1, 7 out of 13. He's got the win. You get the win for him just at plus 123. All right. So that's that Cubs game right there. That's their first game for you. That's their first game. Like I say, I don't know where I want to go. I probably do lean towards the Cubs in this one. If I had to take a spot, I get a pitcher leaning towards the Cubs, but the New York Mets have been hitting lefties. The Cubs bats has been anemic. We'll see what's going to happen on. This is the spot where I think they should be able to get right though, versus somebody like Quintana. Quintana ain't been super bad, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, right? So there you have that, right? It'll probably be Cubs or nothing if I'm taking the side. So there you go. Arizona Diamondbacks and Philadelphia Phillies here. We got an over under 9.5 in this spot. I do expect Philly to put up runs here. I do. Um, Versus Jordan Montgomery. I couldn't talk you off Taiwan Walker. Arizona putting up runs versus Taiwan Walker. I love the bats here. Um, um, Alec Bohm is a guy that I always target versus lefties. So you can look at Alec Bohm, of course, your Harper's and all of that. I don't know if these lineups are out yet, so that's one thing I do. I do most of the time. I do wait for these lineups to come out, especially when I'm playing on FanDuel, because you definitely got to have the lineups out. So you want the lineups to be out. So no lineups are out, right? Projected lineup for this game here. We have projected lineups, but no lineups are fully out, right? So I'm definitely going to like Alec Bohm, and I'm going to like. So I'll tell you. I'll show you guys. Let's see. Harper, those guys are self-explanatory. All those guys are self-explanatory, right? Um, but I do like Jock Peterson, right? So I do like Jock Peterson, and I'll show you why. Taiwan Walker, right now, he's sporting he's got a lot of purple going on, bluish purple, whatever this is. Expected slugging at 525, hard hit at 551. Expected ERA in the fives. His ERA is already in the fives. Um, right now versus left hand pitching. He's throwing out that split finger 23% of the time. It's getting wrecked. He's got a few home runs on that. Batting average is at 400. He's pitching his worst towards left hand batters, right? So 429 batting average on that. Sinker of 333, 313 batting average on that. Cutter 389 batting average on that, right? So we'll look at Jock Peterson. Um, we'll look at Jock Peterson. I'll be shocked if he's not in the lineup later on. And Taiwan Walker throws some weird pitches, right? He's got a weird pitch mix. So the pitch mix, like I said, split finger, sinker, cutter, right? All of these 300 batting average or better. Split finger, sinker, and cutter. Um, the split finger, um, Jock Peterson has 2 home runs versus that, 21 plate appearances. He's got 7 hits, 3 singles, 2 doubles, and 2 home runs. His batting average versus that pitch is 438 with expected batting average of 520. Slugging is at 938 with expected slugging is 1,000. Like, bro, am I reading this right? Was that the right pitch? No, it wasn't. I'm tripping, right? The split finger is what I'm supposed to be looking at. The split finger. So the split finger, he's got the split finger. He's batting 375 off of that. All right, and expected batting average 286. The split finger last year, he was still batting 300 off of that. Okay, so that was a split finger. He's still looking good. The next would be that sinker. That split finger for Taiwan Walker, he's got a 400 batting average on that split finger. He's getting hit. That sink versus lefties. The sinker, he's throwing a lot of pitches, different pitches. That sinker, he's got a 313 batting average on that. We just went over that sinker, right? Oh no, we did. Jock Peterson has a home run versus that 250 batting average with expected 434 batting average versus that sinker, right? What was he doing versus that sinker last year? He had a 360 batting average versus that sinker last year. All right. Now, the next pitch would be the cutter. Taiwan Walker's got a 389 batting average versus that cutter with 3 home runs, 1,000 slugging, and 843 expected slugging, right? 1,000 slugging, bro. Wow. And then Jock Peterson versus that cutter, right? That's the same thing right there, right? So that cutter, right? So he matches up damn sure well, right? He looks like a home fucking run candidate today. Batting average at 438, expected batting average at 520 with the slugging at 938 and 1,000 slugging. The same shit. Taiwan Walker got 1,000 slugging on that motherfucking on that cutter, right? So that's what I see. You see what I'm saying? That's what I see. He's going to be one of my top bats. I can't deny it. That's what I see, bro. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I should go a little bit deeper and look at Jock Peterson. Let's see some of his splits, right? Look at his face. He looked like he want to hit a home run today. Uh, so versus righties in general, he's got a 299 batting average. Where are they? On the road, okay? Jock Peterson away. Home 315 batting average, on the road 279 in general. Let's just get down to it, right? On the road versus righties. Damn. So look at this, right? So on the road versus right, I don't know how much of a sample size this is either. On the road versus righties, he has a mm, damn. He got a three on the road versus lefties. He got a 346 WRC plus. That must have only been a couple games. I can go see. Hold on, let me see. Home and away. Okay, 30 games, 33 games, I guess. But they try to save him versus righties, right? So they try to save him versus righties. That's what they do. Okay, so either way it go, numbers look okay. We know what he can do, right? We know what he can do. Isolated power's down a little bit on the road. We know what he can do. 274 batting average. K percentage is up. K percentage is up. Either way it goes. So he will strike out. We will see, right? We will see. The numbers look good enough for me to disregard those splits, right? And then Ketel Marte is another bat that you can look at. Um, uh, um, Corbin Carroll. Corbin Carroll. So the lefties, like I said, the lefties get a bump, and you know Ketel Marte get on that other side. Shout out to him for getting that double yesterday because he was going to be in some trouble. But either way it go, I am looking at the lefties here. You can look at Christian Walker. So, you know, if I expect runs to be put up in this one here, I could lean towards the over. The over is favored at minus 120. So when people were putting on the books, I expect runs to be put up here. I lean towards the over. I do lean towards the over in this game. I expect runs to be put up, man. I expect runs to be put up. And we can look at these lefties, and Ketel Marte falls in that lefty category, all right? Because he's a switch hitter. Um, Christian Walker versus a lefty. Like, yeah, I expect runs to be put up here. I lean towards the over here. I might take the over. Okay, I might take the over. That's a lean there. All right. Uh, Chicago White Sox, Detroit Tigers here. Um, Fetty ain't been bad. Fetty ain't been bad, bro. Fetty ain't been bad. I ain't gonna lie. He been holding his own in certain instances. Um, Jack Flaherty, we don't have his pitching outs here. What's this strikeout props? 6.5. I like it. I like it. Even if you want to tease it down, I like it. So I can put that over there. Those are some bets that I like. Pitching outs would be looking at, let's see, outs recorded. Jack Flaherty, I like it. I like it. I do like it, right? Uh, I want to try to incorporate. I want to try to incorporate this this into my capping because they do sponsor my channel. So right now, we got he's hit his outs prop with 7 of his last 10. So even if you want to get to, man, I'm supposed to lock all this shit in last night, man. I fell asleep. So long story short, I do like it, right? I do like it. I like the pitching outs here at I'll probably be planning on what you call that shit ESPN bet, but I couldn't talk you off of it, right? I like it, right? The pitching outs and Fetty. Think I remember there was a splits issue with Fetty here. That's the only thing, right? That's the only thing, right? Was his splits that had me kind of on the fence. Oh, and then I did have it written down because I looked at this game on the road, but at work. But um, the thing about this game and the thing about Fetty is they are on the road. ERA at home is 0.95. That's good. On the road is 4.74. But I want to give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt because of his the time that he's had on the road, right? So the time that he had on the road, he is coming off of one, two, three, four, 5 of his last 6 games has come on the road. On the road versus Arizona, on the road versus Seattle, on the road versus the Cubs, on the road versus Miami, Milwaukee, on the road versus Toronto. So he's been on the road for a long ass time. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of his 15 games are on the road in general. So this motherfucker, he damn near he's a road dog. He's living on the road right now. So um he's given up more than 3 earned runs like 4 times this year. Um I'm just saying, right? His outs could probably be in play here, right? Can probably be being played here at a 17 and a half. What's up, Z's? It could be in play here at 17.5. Um, favored it to the over and versus right hand pitching. I want to say both of these teams have been kind of neck and neck in certain aspects and lately or whatever. So Detroit on the season 24% K rate. Chicago White Sox 23% K rate. WRC plus is at 77. Detroit WRC plus is at 92. Last 30 days, Detroit 25% K rate, and Chicago right next to them, right? And Chicago, they both of them got a 25% K rate, and the WRC plus is 84 for Detroit and 76 for Chicago. They neck and neck, damn near, right? In the last 14 days versus right hand pitching, Detroit and the White Sox, they still in the vicinity. Detroit 25% K rate, Chicago White Sox 24% K rate. Detroit WRC plus is 80, and the White Sox WRC plus is 85. So they like right in the vicinity, man. You know what I'm saying? Plate appearances 346, 359. Same amount of plate appearances, you might as well say. So it is what it is. That's the last 14 days. I won't go any further than that. Yes, I will. I'm lying. Let me see the last 7 days. Last 7 days, Detroit Tigers, I don't know who they faced, but they number 2 in striking out, 81 WRC plus. As you can see, they have cooled down versus right-hand pitching. The Chicago White Sox, 24% K rate, 63 WRC plus. So, long story short, is Detroit is the big thing right here. They have cooled down versus right-hand pitching. I don't know about at home though. You know what I'm saying? Another thing you can look at home. Now I did like to back Detroit at home. I ain't gonna lie. So Detroit at home. Um, let's look at last 30 days, right? Because I'm interested in this. Detroit at home last 30 days, 95 WRC plus. K percentage just a little bit above league average. Last 14 days at home versus right hand pitching. Detroit, right about the same shit. Chicago White Sox still about the same shit, right? So just wanted to point that out. What that means to me is there's a possibility Fetty can come out here and pitch good or either last at a 17.5. That's why his pitching odds are sitting at a minus 168. Why would it be at a minus 168 when on the road he's been his ERA is up on the road and all of that, right? So that's just what it is, right? I think he could probably pitch good. I couldn't talk you off getting to his hit runs and his pitching outs there. If I had to take a bat on from either side, I'm not taking no Chicago White Sox bats. I'm telling you that shit right now. It would be Riley Green, right, for at least a hit. Okay, so and I lean towards the over strikeouts for Flaherty. You can tease it down, whatever the case may be. Next game here would be the Tampa Bay Rays and Pittsburgh Pirates. In this game, I'm only looking at the strikeouts, right? I'm looking at the strikeouts for Pep Roy. It's a parlay piece at 5.5. I'm forced to take the over. Give me the over, right? Um, Pep Roy, Pipi, however the fuck you spell his name, say his name. I will tell you here. Looking at some of his splits here, and we can, take a look at a ladder spot here. This is the value spot here. Take a look at his splits right here. He is on the road, right? So right now, at home, he's got a home ERA of 5.3, 3 point whatever on the road, right? He advanced numbers here. Uh, Looked at this shit last night. Um, on the road. Okay, so home versus lefties, 25% towards righties. K rate on the road versus lefties, 42% K rate on the road, 30% K rate on the road versus righties, right? So he pitches better on the road. Strikeouts look better on the road. Hell, what the hell, right? I like it. Versus right hand pitching. Versus right hand pitching on the season. Pittsburgh Pirates, fifth in striking out, 81 WRC plus. Um, last 30 days, Pittsburgh Pirates, 26% K rate, third, 85 WRC plus. So yeah, last 14 days versus right-hand pitching, Pittsburgh Pirates number number four, 26% K rate, 88 WRC plus. Now, on the flip side, there is a little there could be some other things to talk about here too, because actually looking at Pep Roy, he can't give up the power, right? He can give up the long ball, okay? Looking at him, he can't give up the long ball versus home runs versus lefties. He's got 6 home runs versus righties. He's got 5. At home, he's got 7. Away, he's got 4. Um, so yeah, he can give up. He can give up the long ball. All right, he can do that. Um, but you know, taking a look at some of his game logs and stuff like that, I like him, right? To show you the upside that he brings from a strikeout category here. Um, at Atlanta, 4 Ks. At Baltimore, Baltimore at home, he had 9 Ks. At Miami, 8 Ks. He gave Oakland, he did what he's supposed to do versus Oakland. At Milwaukee, 7 Ks. At Colorado, 11 Ks. So that Colorado got a lot to do with, his that why his numbers are way, way up there, right? And I guess lefties just don't stand a chance on the road. So, but it is what it is. It is what it is, right? I like his strikeouts at 5.5 at the very least. Um, I don't know what was going on with Prize Picks. They iffy on putting out these strikeout props and stuff like that. They still got shit out from yesterday. That's crazy. What the fuck is going on? Something's going wrong. Or is it just me? But these motherfuckers pitched yesterday. Let me check my phone. Yes, sir. I appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate it, my guy. For sure, for sure, for sure. You already know. I have to log in one fact real quick. I wonder if Prize Picks messing up for anyone else, man. Yeah, that's some bullshit. So it's messed up for me too. Okay, so it is what it is. All right, it is what it is, right? So I'm off of that. And Pip Roy, right? I like that. I like the strikeouts. Okay. Let's go to the next game, right? My headache is trying to go away now. So it is what it is. Hey, so just like yesterday, when I was talking about Hill, I couldn't pull the trigger on none of that shit. Speaking of that game, man, on me and ESPN Bet. ESPN Bet don't owe me nothing. Oh my God, live betting that game yesterday, hits, runs, and RBIs. Ooh, I bet it around twice, man. Bet it around twice. Man, they were steady racking up those hits, runs, and RBIs. Man, you can live bet those hits, runs, and RBIs. Man. And that's where you get your money at. That's where you get your money at, boy. Straight up. That's what you get your money at. These high ass totals, these 9.5 and shit like that. The weather is breaking. You gotta bet that shit live, man. Gotta bet it live. Got to bet it live. Look, damn. We got Sale on the mound, we got Rodon on the mound, man, right? Um, you guys can do what you want to do with this game, okay? What does strikeouts look like here? Still at 6.5 for both pitchers. Um, couldn't talk you off anything here, man. Straight up, I just couldn't, man. You know, this game. I'm not even gonna go off into this game like on some. I thought I had something written down for this game. Miller said he altered it. He took the under. He altered it a little bit. I'm not gonna. I ain't gonna say waste my time, but I ain't even finna fuck around with it right now. What time this game come on? I need a little bit more, right? I just got up late, had a headache, and this will give me another headache, right? So I'm going right over this one. And then this game wasn't even out. The Toronto game wasn't even out last night, right? So this is a fresh game. Let's see what we got here. Mm. It's gonna be it's gonna be Cleveland or nothing for me. First and foremost, we're gonna get that out the way, right? Even if it be a parlay piece, it's probably more than likely it's gonna be Cleveland or nothing for me. That minus 122 is a little bit iffy. Um, every time I go to every time I go to every time I go to what the fuck is this boy's name? Jose Ramirez, he just wets the bed for me, man. Knowing good and well I'm supposed to went to Quan, man. Straight up. Knowing good and well I'm supposed to went to Quan. So I got to do a little bit more digging in that one in this game. Maybe I could come back. I'm gonna keep it moving though, man. As far as props goes. Now Seattle Mariners and Miami Marlins here. What you can do here? Well, here's the thing. So again, Trevor Rogers, he's in a strikeout spot, but I just don't. I don't. For some reason, it ain't. He ain't popping for me like that today. He in a strikeout spot, but I just don't. I don't know. What's the total on this one here? We got over under 7.5. Then we got Kirby, right? This could be a get right spot for Kirby. However, uh, this could be a get right. No, I don't have any plays for that game. I'll tell you this was what I would say is Hap. He's got at least 2 hits in 5 straight games. He was who I was looking at. The model liked Bellinger. Me, he was a man for me. Um, Shota, he throws that fastball 50% of the time to lefties and righties. This New York Mets team got some guys that can hit that fastball. The bat that kind of graded out well was what's the guy's name? What's his name for the Mets? The big home run hitter. What's his name? He's the guy that graded out well. Okay, um, especially versus that fastball. He's got 4 home runs versus that fastball. Um, what's the kid's name? Alonso. They help me out. He's the one, right? So I looked at that model. The model had the, the top 2 bats for each team was 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 uh, was Bellinger and Alonso. Me, I could get with the Alonso. I probably would take Hap over, but every time I go against the model, I'm always fucking wrong, man. So do what you will. That's what I liked there, right? And then this team has been hitting lefties well, really good, right? They've been hitting lefties really good, and then Quintana, he's pitching his worst versus damn, I forgot. We just went over this shit, but it's around the beginning if you wanted to rewind. If you wanted to rewind, man. It was just not a game that I was on. I couldn't put a read on my Cubs. My Cubs cannot put a read on them all season long, and I'm not gonna shove nothing like on some homer shit. I'm not even gonna be doing that, right? So either way, what I was getting at was Kirby, right? So he's been pitching not good on the road. Okay. Um, so on the way on the road, 4.7 ERA there. Um, he's pitching his worst. Let's see, on the road versus lefties. I want to say he got a batting average of 300 versus lefties. K percentage is 22 versus lefties versus righties. K percentage is 17.8. Right. Um, versus lefties in general, 250 batting average, 7 home runs versus lefties, 2 versus righties. Um, I didn't look at any bats here. I did not. On the flip side, who was that? Oh, um, who was pitching again? Um, Rogers, right? Trevor Rogers. I'll give you guys some information on Trevor Rogers. Um, he's got a batting average of 270. You know what? I'm tripping, right? I was supposed to take somebody back a while ago. All right, so Trevor Rogers, batting average is he's giving it up to lefties and righties, man. Straight up, it is what it is, right? I just think this could be a spot that, um, this could be a spot that the Seattle Mariners, with both of these guys are lefties, right? I think this is a spot that, look at all that blue. Look at all that blue. Mm, mm, mm. I think this is a spot that Seattle Mariners could end up probably hitting him, man. Straight up. So, long story short, when y'all want to look for some bats here, not gonna dive deep off into it, but y'all want to look at some bats here versus righties. His top through 3 pitches, he's close to 300 batting average on all 3 of them. 284 versus the fastball, the changeup 348, and the sinker 240, 275. And then versus lefties, he's really trash, right? The top 3 of his last 4 pitches, he's got 3 of his top 4 pitches. He has a 300 batting average on it, right? So what do we have here? What's the total? A 7.5. This is interesting. This is very interesting, right? This is very interesting. Who's on the road? Who's at home? Um, hmm, 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 Interesting. What's the team totals here? I do not like recommending any Seattle batters, man. Y'all are probably Seattle and Toronto is 2 teams I'm not going to be offering up, right? So let's see, 4.5. So the books got it at a 4.5 team total. Seattle. So they expect Seattle to put up runs. Do with that information as you will, okay? Do with that information as you will. Now, here I go on the record. You know, I'll take some pictures. I'll take some pictures. I'll take some pictures against Seattle. I mean, yeah. For some reason, I'm probably not taking none of these. Probably not taking strikeouts. So therefore, if I'm not taking strikeouts, he'll have 10. He'll have 10 Ks, right? If you decide to go to some strikeouts for him, you get all the way up to 8 at plus 630 on FanDuel. You never know. I might take a stab, but I just don't feel it, man. I don't feel it. I could be wrong. Let me take a look at some of these numbers versus left-hand pitching because I did not, right? It's always been Seattle versus righties, Seattle versus righties. Well, versus left-hand pitching, on the season, 94 WRC plus with 26% K rate. How about the last 30 days versus left-hand pitching? Lo and behold, Seattle's number one, 28% K rate, 87 WRC plus. Last 2 weeks, in 138 plate appearances, no, 167 plate appearances, damn near 30% K rate, 92 WRC plus. Now I'm back interested again. I didn't look at that last night. I did not. Trevor Rogers, his K rate on the road. Let's take a look and see what it looks like on the road so we can cross all our T's and dot all our I's. Um, hmm, don't look good. On the road versus lefties, 8% K rate, and on the road versus righties, right, 16% K rate. That's terrible. That's bad. Um, that's not good. But watch he luck up into some shit, right? Um, interesting. Interesting. Okay. I don't know what to do in that. I expect them to give up runs. Do what y'all will with that information, okay? Do as y'all will with that information. All right. Next game we're gonna look at is going to be the okay. This game wasn't out, right? So Boston Red Sox and Cincinnati Reds, right? We got Cutter Crawford and Abbott on the mound, okay? So I'm gonna have some interest in this one here for sure. Only thing is, oh, you know we haven't done haven't 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 checked the weather, right? This is important for the couple ballparks that's coming up here. Need to check the weather. Need to check the weather. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Uh, need to check the weather. Okay. Um, Wind 5 miles in from south. I mean from right. Chicago Cubs in is good. Detroit, a few scattered storms and showers gradually tapered off around sunset. Late start or delay is possible for the White Sox game. Tampa Bay Rays at Pittsburgh. A few showers lingering early, likely gone by first pitch, but a late start is not a question. Okay, that's cool. Um, if Yellow for this New York Yankees game, if we fully trust high resolution forecast models this far out, and to be clear, we don't. A grouping of showers and storms will miss New York just a few miles north. This will allow them to play without issue. If that cluster of storms comes in a few miles farther south, it will cause some sort of delay. I'll leave it yellow for now and see how the radar looks before first pitch. So I'll be monitoring that game because pitching in that game is essential. If they have a delay, pitchers won't come out, all that shit, right? I might end up fading that game. I might watch that game at work. Toronto at Cleveland. Nothing. We got a green there. Washington at Colorado. A few storms generally fading as they move closer to Denver. It doesn't matter because I don't want pitching in this game either way it go. All right. At course, I don't want pitching. Okay. So on the flip side here, what was I looking at? I want to check this out, right? I want to check this out. What game was that? Boston and Cincinnati, right? Oh man, should this be a good one here? This one should be a good one here. Man, you know what? I never used DoorDash or none of that shit. Uber Eats. Man, I used it one time yesterday at work. Like like my second time ever. They blowing me up. I wish they leave me the fuck alone. Straight up. I'm not using that shit no more. Cincinnati and Boston, right? All I can say in this game, truthfully, I don't even have to look at this game. I expect Boston to put up runs. I know this shit for a fact. Um, I expect Boston to put up runs here. This one here, I'm probably gonna have to do some extensive research in this one here. I expect Boston. I just don't like to back pitchers in this ballpark. Oh my God, I'll be live betting. I'll be live betting for sure. I don't like to back pitchers in this ballpark, man. Straight up, because runs get put up here. Runs get put up here. Runs get put up here, right? So, where's this game at? 24.6% K rate for Abbott. I mean for Crawford. Abbott Ks are down at 18%. He's not a big time K guy. Uh, He's not a big time K guy. I have to go into this game and look a little bit more extensively, but let's look at Cutter Crawford, okay? First and foremost, let's check some splits. Cutter Crawford, it looks good on the road. Um, Better on the road than he is at home. 3 home runs on the road. Um, um, Look at some of his advanced numbers here. K percentage on the road, 22 versus righties, 25 versus lefties. Um, hmm, what is this strikeout prop? 5.5. I can't talk you off of it. Cannot. Um, so Cutter Crawford, quite sure he hasn't faced his team yet. He's been pretty consistent in that. I mean, one, two, three, four, five. He's hit this number every game except for five. He's got at least 5 Ks or better in every game except for two. 5 strikeouts are better in every game except for two. Um, um, Cutter Crawford is a righty, so I think this is one of the highest rates teams versus righties on the season. Cincinnati top three. They might have gotten better. I probably would want to filter that versus. My light just went out. I need to plug that back up. I might want to filter that at home, right? Let me see. Cincinnati, what's that, last 30 days? Because they've been getting better. They 6 and struck it out, still at 25%. Um, Last 14 days versus right hand pitching, they fifth, 25%, 69 WRC plus. What about home? Right? Because that's a different ballpark. Number one at home, don't know who they faced last 14 days. How about last 30 days? Number two at home, 89 WRC plus. Uh, 20.4 on the season at home, 27% K rate. So, hey, looking at Cutter Crawford here, I would probably, because his outs could be in play too, right? 17 and a half at a minus 102. I still don't like this ballpark. Keep that in mind. I still don't like this ballpark. I get scared, right? I get scared of this ballpark. I just think they put up runs here. I don't know if I can get. I lean towards the over Ks for him. It's a lean, right? I lean towards the over Ks for him. Couldn't talk you off his pitching outs either. Okay, I throw him over there. His pitching outs. I don't know how frequently he's hit this number. 4 straight games he's hit his pitching outs. So if you're scared of this ballpark, I wouldn't go there. Truthfully, tell you the truth. Abbott, on the flip side, Abbott, not a big time strikeout guy. He's a lefty. Um, mm, so versus left hand pitching, this team here could strike out, right? So he does get a little itty bitty bump, but they hit lefties as well. And they got righties that hit lefties, right? So Boston, 105 WRC plus on the season versus left hand pitching. And of course, I think they've been hot, right? Number two in striking out on the last 30 days, 114 WRC plus. And then last 14 days versus lefties, Boston, 131 WRC plus, 27% K rate in 159 plate appearances. Okay. Um, Abbott, splits. Actually, I think he pitches. Okay, so he's about neutral at home and away. Um, Not too far off when it comes to batting average versus lefties and righties. A little detailed information here at home versus lefties. His K percentage and righties, home lefties and righties is 17%. Uh, batting average around close to the same, 247, 262. So, I don't know, right? Um, what's the over under? It's at 9.5, ain't it? 9.5. That's an interesting total here. Um, bats wise here, Tyler O'Neill is grading out at the top of the model. I haven't did anything extensively. Um, damn, Ref Snyder. Mm, all of the Boston bats popping out first. So I need to figure out what is he. Oh, he's throwing a fastball 54% of the time. Shit, he's got 6 home runs versus that. Now I see because I know you can look at somebody like Ref Snyder, and I know this shit by heart, right? Let me see. In fact, let me see. Of course, he should be in the lineup. His ass probably. I know that's all he does is hit fastballs. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, right? Let's take a look. Nope. Let's look at Tyler O'Neill. Tyler O'Neill might be the guy on at least for righties. Oh shit! Oh my God, he's got 4 home runs, 500 batting average. Ooh, shit! Jesus Christ! So is it O'Neill? Shit, that forced him. He's got okay, 4 home runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 doubles, a single, batting average 500, expected batting average 400, 1,500 slugging. Jesus Christ! What about last year? He's just on one. And you couple that with the fact that Andrew, yeah, he's pitching that fastball 54% of the time with a 232 batting average expected at 252. But he has given up 6 home runs versus it. So yeah, I like that, right? He's definitely going to be. Let me put his ass to the side here, right? Ref Snyder. I got to throw his ass over there so I don't forget. Okay. Uh, O'Neal and Rafaela. Okay, we getting it together. Let's go check out Rafaela, right? Rafaela. And then Devers is Devers, right? We know this, right? Okay. Numbers don't stack up the way I want them to stack up, but still, he looks good against everything else that he's going to end up throwing out there. So I couldn't talk you off of that. In fact, let me see. Ref Snyder, he popped in the model. Number 2 bat. Why? It didn't look sexy to me. I'm not even gonna look at Devers because I know what Devers is. I know who he is. I know. Yes, I am. But still, I know what he can do. Right? I know what he can do. Um, in this ballpark, yes, please. I'll be live betting the fuck out of this game probably. I need to check out Durant as well. I need to check out Durant as well. He's throwing that fastball more. So he's throwing 2 pitches, basically fastball and sweeper. Fastball and sweeper to lefties. Um, Okay, 250 batting average, whatever. Slugging is up. We know who he is. We know who he is. I don't even have to go through that, right? The sweeper, he hasn't seen that. He's got 3 hits, no 1 hit off that. He ain't seen it that much. Um, Sweeper last year. Okay, all right. I did want to check out. Um, you know what? Let's take a look at. Let's take a look at. Because they're gonna need these righties in there. Let's take a look at Connor Wong. I like Connor Wong. I like Connor Wong. 267 batting average on that fastball, and he's hitting everything else. Not a lot of plate appearances, but he's hitting everything else. I like Connor Wong. Hits, runs, and RBI, shit like that. Okay, what's he throwing towards righties? Change up and the curveball. Change up 333. Curveball. I only seen it once. He hit it. Not that many plate appearances versus lefties, but he's probably I'm quite sure he's like a specialist. So I like it, right? I like it. So yeah, um, I expect runs to be put up in this one here. Mm, I do. Okay. On the other side, the bats, I just don't know, right? If I'm not even going to contradict myself and look at strikeouts. I mean, look at the other bats. If I'm gonna take the strikeouts, I might take the strikeouts. I might take the strikeouts. I might. I like the spot for him. I might take the strikeouts for Crawford, but I don't know, right? I don't know. What I'm quite sure um, the other kid's strikeouts is low. Is it 5.5? Andrew Abbott's strikeouts at 5.5. Mm. When the last time he hit that? One, two, 3 times this year. He's only hit this number 3 times this year, man. I don't know about that. 5.5 seems like a lot. He hasn't hit that number. It's favored to the under the minus 128. I wonder if I can get a parlay piece on ESPN Bet for a bankroll builder. At least a 6.5. They ain't gonna give me no 6.5. You can go under on a 6.5 at minus 250. I might use that. You can go under on a. That's what I like about ESPN Bet. They give you the option for unders as well, man. So you can go under on a 6.5. I might use that as a parlay put piece, as a bankroll builder, maybe a plus 100 or something like that. I might end up using that. Minus 250 is good in a parlay piece. And watch it go out there and have 10Ks on my ass. All right. Tyler O'Neill, top bat for me, Tyler O'Neill. Top bat for me, Tyler O'Neill in this game. Loving Tyler O'Neill. Okay. Got some bats that I like, man. A few bats that I like that can kind of get different today with. Okay. Um, so Kansas City Royals. If you want to look at, if you want to look, I don't have too much for this game, man. Let me see. If you want to look at Bobby Witt, because he and I used my fucking boost on him the day before yesterday. He hit the home run yesterday, man. Missed. I was a day late. A day late, man. A day late. What I'm gonna do now, though, I'll just tell you, man. Uh, Bobby Witt, he's fourth, 19 with no home runs versus Evaldi. Okay, who's on the road? Kansas City just been man, they've been terrible on the road. Corey Seager, he's 1 for 3 versus Brady Singer. Um, Salvador Perez, he's fourth, 18. You know, I looked at this game last night, and Marcus Semien is fourth, 9 versus Brady Singer. Um, Adolis Garcia is 3 of 8, and that's it of significance, right? I looked at this game yesterday and just didn't even cap it, man. I didn't even cap it last night. But if you just want to get to some bats, of course, Corey Seager and Bobby Witt, those are the only two bats that I'm looking at in this game. And just do what you want to do, right? You know, hit parlays, whatever the case may be. I don't feel like talking about that game, straight up. Baltimore Orioles and Houston Astros, another game that I really don't feel like talking about. But I will explore what my guy Patrick said in the beginning of the video. I will take a look and see how the Astros been doing lately, striking out, right? So I need to see. Last 30 days, Houston, round the middle of the pack, 19th, 101 WRC plus. Last 14 days is probably where they moved up a little bit, um, and they haven't, right? So last 14 days, they still look meh, 19% teams I wouldn't like to target. Last 7 days, how have they been versus right-hand pitching? Houston, 19%. So I don't know if I want to go there. I don't. I don't know if I want to go there, right? So just take a look at a split for what's the kid's name? I forget his name. Rodriguez, right? So this is one thing. Grayson Rodriguez, right? Okay. They are on the road. Okay, they're on the road. So on the road, he has a 4.28 uh, um, what do you call that? ERA. And then just because people gonna want to go to his strikeouts, okay? People gonna want to go to his strikeouts, and I just want to give you guys a little insight on it. On the road versus lefties, 26% K rate. On the road versus righties, 22%. Hmm. Strikeout prop is sitting at 6.5. I want to say 5.5. Hmm. 5.5 is kind of interesting, right? It's kind of interesting on the 5.5 side. I don't know if I want to go there. I don't. Take a look at Grayson here. He's been pretty good in that area. Head to head versus his team. I don't think he's seen them guys this year. Last year he only had 4 Ks. This season though he's 9 for 12 versus this number. His pitching outs here sitting at 17 and a half. He's 7 to 12 to this number. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Alvarez has been hot as fuck. He's one of the hot batters on the planet right now. When he gets to hitting, you know, it is what it is. He started the season off slow. Might be a spot I might be willing to fade. Might be a it might be a it might be a just a straight fade spot for me. What you said, do I include non-starters? What do you mean by that? Non-starters. I often I get all my shit together, right? And then when the lineups come out, I see who's in the lineup. Like for instance, uh, for instance, let's take this Cubs game. For instance, we already looked at this Cubs game, and sometimes I'll go in. I'll go in. Sometimes I go in, you say, I'm on FanDuel Fantasy. Oh, they highlight who start and who don't. Right. So what you want to do is, so right here, you need a lineup page. This right here was yellow, is confirmed in the lineup. These batters are confirmed in the lineup. Here, I look here, when the batters are confirmed, to line up with my research that I've done all day, I'll come back here and what I do know. Like if I'm betting strikeouts, I'm looking at the K percentage right here, right? I'm looking at the K percentage, and it's a K percentage. What I do know is, I want to say anything over 21% is considered a strikeout candidate. So, for instance, I see Nemo 24% K rate confirmed in the lineup. In the lineup, JD Martinez 27% K rate confirmed in the lineup. Starter Marte, borderline. Alvarez 22 confirmed in the lineup. I count those motherfuckers. One, two, three, right? We already know this Mets team don't strike out. That's three strikeout candidates. Maybe two. Two for sure. Nemo and JD Martinez. Then I'll come over here to Chicago and looking at the strikeout candidates. Nico Horner, 9.8%. He ain't striking out. Suzuki, 27%. That's one. Morel, 22%. Probably borderline. We can count it. That's two. I ain't have 27. Definitely. That's three. Patrick Wisdom, 30% K rate. That's four. Swanson, 25%. That's six. Bodie, 25%. That's six or seven strikeout candidates right fucking there, right? The back of this lineup striking the fuck out. And you get a guy like, that's what I do. So I have to see who's in these lineups, but I do my research early. We're going to get the ducks in a row out already. Depending on what type of bettor you are, is what's going to benefit you when these lines come out, or if you need to jump on early lines. You know what I'm saying? All the research is for different research. If you like to bet on games, you want to catch the early value, then you want to catch early lines. You want to be betting on shit last night. Because when you wake up in the morning, your ass is out, left out. You missed all the value. So long story short, Quintana strikeouts is at 4.5. Not a big strikeout guy, but it is what it is. Um, he says, or who, Jamal Crawford, I don't know if you're a man or woman or whatever. I don't know. I can't really see a profile pic. Either way it go, that's beside the point. I'm on FanDuel Fantasy. They highlight who start and not, right? You say what site? That right there was, this was, Baseball Savant. Free shit. Okay, free shit. Yeah, they do single stack contests for pitcher strikeouts that would actually be perfect. Yeah, so that's where I started at. FanDuel, DraftKings, Fantasy, DFS. That's where I started at. I still play it right now to this day. I still play it right now to this day. That's where I started at. So I love that DFS. That's why I'm more of a player. That's why I'm more of a prop person because I have to know what these players do, right? So either way I go, where we were, the Grayson Rodriguez thing here, what it all boils down to me for, it would probably be, no matter what, we got this Bloss kid on the mound, right? Young kid thrown into the fire, like I cannot trust him versus the Baltimore, right? With 150 WRC plus versus right hand pitching. Like I cannot trust him. He's been thrown into the fire. I heard he got some okay stuff. I'm not fucking with him, man. I don't give a fuck what he do, right? I'll be live betting hits, runs, and RBIs and shit for this game, right? If I'm playing DFS, yeah, I would like to stack against him, right? But that's gonna be a popular stack. So at the end of the day, I don't want to back no rookie pitcher against this hot ass guy. He been thrown to the fire. If he goes out there and does good, whoop de do. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Bloss, I can give you guys some numbers for him. This is his first double A. Went past triple A. I don't know, right? So, 62 strikeouts. 60 strikeouts, 6 innings pitched, three home runs. That looked good. Three home runs in X amount of starts. How many starts is that? It's a lot of starts. Three home runs. I like that aspect about him. Um, Double A didn't go to Triple A. I don't think so. He skipped over some shit. So I can the walks, right? Walks can be a problem. You cannot walk batters versus this team. You cannot walk batters. So you bring your ass here walking batters if you want. Three here, 1, 0, 3 walks, 3 walks, 3 walks. Might want to look into his walk prop, okay? Might want to look into his walk prop. You can find that on DraftKings. Let's take a look and see where they have his walk set at. 1.5 and a minus 165. You could probably use that as a parlay piece. I'm not just trying to throw plays down you guys' throat or nothing like that, bro. I'm here to help and give my opinion. I'm not on that, right? But I just seen a few walks, and that's all. I wanted to throw that shit out there. Um, so I mean, it's Baltimore. It's Houston. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. Y'all know what to do. Tell me what y'all like. Y'all like anything? Let me know. Uh, the Washington Nationals and Colorado Rockies. It's Coors. Okay, it's Coors Field. It's Coors Field. Runs get put up here. Okay, runs get put up here. Um, don't know if CJ Abrams is gonna play. Um, Let me check and see. Because I didn't look at this game last night. I didn't. Y'all know it's Coors Field. I'll be wasting my breath looking at this game. Expect runs to be put up here. Um, let's see. Colorado. I'll tell you guys what the if CJ Abrams plays, the model has him at the top. Oh, yeah, I like Jesse Winker. I like Jesse Winker. I like Jesse Winker, bro. So I don't know if he's gonna play today, but he's 5 for 13 versus Dakota Hudson. I like Jesse Winker. Um, Lane Thomas. I like Lane Thomas just in case you want to do a heat check on him, see if he's still hot. Um, it's a lot of bats that pop up green here. And like I said, it's Coors Field, man. I'm tired of Coors Field, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm 2-0. I'm 2-0 on that Dodger series to the over yesterday. Yesterday. I did a demon parlay yesterday with I took three demons. I took the Will Smith. Shout out to Will Smith for hitting that bomb. We was all over him yesterday. I didn't bet him straight. That was crazy of me. I took his hits runs and RBIs. All of them. I took the hits runs and RBIs, but I took the Will Smith. No, I took the Teoscar Hernandez um, demon. I took all their fucking demons, man. Four demons. I took four demons and two. I hit four demons and two other demons and couldn't get that on Prize Picks. That was crazy as fuck, right? That was a $400 ticket for $5. Either way it go, it was a show yesterday. Speaking of a show, this Milwaukee Brewers and San Diego Padres, I would recommend Cease K's, but I can't. I don't know what's going on with him. So if I don't recommend him, he liable to go crazy today, but I'm not betting it, right? Colin Ray, his expected numbers, I targeted him 2 games in a row. He completely fucked me up, right? I've been betting against him. He's been saying I've been saying he's bad, and he's been saying I've been good, right? So I don't know. Maybe this might be the game he might get tore up. I didn't go into games. I'm trying to wrap this up because I got to go. But I didn't go into games like that, right? Um, into bats like that. Maybe I might take a look into bats or something, but Minnesota Twins and Oakland Athletics is where I have some interest at, right? Um, right off the back, you know I'm going to like Royce Lewis. I love it, right? Shout out to Royce Lewis yesterday. Got that for me. Wasted no time. Hit the bomb. What's going on, right? Didn't bet much on him, but I did take the bomb, so I like that. However, I'm gonna tell you some bats that I like here, right? And I got a sleeper bat here that he might pop off. Okay, he might pop off today. We'll see. He might pop off today. I got a sleeper bat. Um, I got a couple sleeper bats. So let's see. First and foremost, let's look at Chris Paddock, right? Um, Chris Paddock, not good, right? 20% K rate, whatever the case may be. So, taking a look at some of his game logs here. Uh, Take a look at some of his game logs. This will help you guys with stacks. Da 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 da. 5 ERA, 4.6 ERA expected. Um, K percentage around 20. Um, Probably won't be looking at his Ks. Earned runs. He can give up runs. He give up runs in pretty much bunches, right? 5 runs to the Oakland A's, which is last time he pitched was versus the Oakland A's. He will see them again today. Um, 0 runs versus Colorado. Pitched a good game there. New York Yankees tore his ass up. 7 runs. 4 runs to Kansas City. 5 runs to New York again there. So he can give up runs in bunches, okay? Where is he pitching his worst at? It just don't look good. Versus righties, it don't look good, right? Paddock. So I'll be looking at somebody like Zach Kaloff, right? I'll be looking at Brent Rooker for sure, right? Those are two back. Brent Rooker, I'll be looking at. I'll just give you one. I'll be looking at Brent Rooker right here for sure. Um, Brent Rooker versus righties. Let's get a definite here, right? So let's see. Give you guys some bats from this game. Okay. So outside of this four seamer, which he has a home run versus with expected batting average of 289 and 222 is regular batting average. Other than that, he's got a 308 versus the slider versus the sinker. He's got a 435 batting average, 4 home runs versus the slider. And what is Paddock throwing? The slider, right? 233 batting average on the slider. The four seamer is there for the changeup. He's got 4 home runs on the changeup with 379 batting average. And I'm quite sure Brent Rooker was hitting that changeup. I want to say no, right? So, but I like him though. I like Brent Rooker versus lefties. What will he be throwing? Of course, it will be Blade. The four seamer, which he's throwing 40% of the time, he has trouble versus lefties in that four seamer, right? So the slugging is up 560. All the slugging is up versus lefties. That's interesting. Now, JJ Blade, we go through this every day, right? We go through this every day, right? And he can cause trouble, right? So he will be causing some trouble. He probably will be causing some trouble today. So versus righties, um, we know what it is with that fastball, bro. We know what it is with that fastball. We definitely know what it is with Blade and that fastball. He's batting 350 versus that with that fastball. 3 home runs, 9 doubles, 14 singles. Good for 351 batting average, right? And like I said, Paddock on that fastball towards lefties. 3 home runs, um, 3 home runs, 3 doubles, 14 singles, 351 batting average. Just like Blade has a 351 batting average. It's actually a match, right? It's actually a match. So I'll be looking at Blade for sure. And the rest of the stuff that Paddock throws, Blade is bad at. But Paddock throws it, so Paddock is bad at it, right? So it's like a good match right there. I like it. I like it. I like it. I really do. Before I get to these bats, he says, okay, I'm new, right? Must have took that down. What happened? That was interesting. I don't know where it went. I can't really see it because it's small right there. So I can't see what you have put up there. Okay, so I'm new, right? Can you do Mets Cubs pitcher over under and real quick? please, just like for less than a minute, so I understand a little better. Quintana versus Emiliana over under. Um, I'm fading that. I'm fading that. I'm fading that. I'm fading in manana for the simple fact that this team don't strike out much versus lefties. They've hit lefties. I'm scared, right? I'm not going. I'm not going to put you out there. Quintana, he don't strike out a lot of people, but um, he's in an okay strikeout spot. They don't strike out a lot of people. And I think the Cubs might hit him. So I'm fully off of it. Okay. Freeman took the strikeouts. I mean, took the 1.5 for the Cubs. I just made a 6-pick demon ticket and I feel very good about it. No expectations to hit it at all. I'm just fine with going out having fun, hoping for the best. And that's what I do with those demon tickets in those 6 picks. 6 picks in general and demon picks, you can't expect to hit those at a high rate. You can't. You can't, right? Demon picks, I feel more comfortable picking demons than I do regular ones, truthfully. Now, the bats, of course. I love Royce Lewis. As you can see, he's right there, right? He's on the thumbnail right there. You can see that, right? Now, um, I love Royce Lewis to go yard. I'll be taking his runs and RBIs 2.5, right? Um, but sleeper bat for me is going to be Trevor Larnach. And this just solely off, he's going to have to catch that pitch, right? Catch that pitch. Catch that pitch. Okay? So if he catches this fastball, you can kiss it goodbye. I'm just saying, right? So I'm looking for him to catch this motherfucker today. Hopefully he does. It is what it is. Um, and that's Trevor Larnach, right? Um, if he catches this fastball, just like JJ Bleday, two of the same, two of the same type of pitchers right now, same type of players right now. Um, so let's look at Estes first and foremost. He's pitching that fastball 55% of the time. He's got 2 home runs versus that. Batting average is down. His batting average is down. Um, Expected batting average is up. Slugging is up. 500, expected 670. Slugging is up. He's pitching that fastball 55% of the time, which is going to give Trevor Larnach right here a chance, a swack at it. He's going to have to lay on it. Going to have to lay on it. He's got 4 home runs versus the pitchers who's throwing that fastball. 342 batting average versus that fastball. Slugging and expected slugging is up 800, right? If he catches this fastball, he's going to let it fly. He's going to let it fly. He's going to let it fly. So he's my sleeper. He would probably be like a sleeper home run guy, something like that. Estes, right? Versus right hand pitching. Now, we know Royce Lewis is the man. We do know this, right? Just to reiterate some of this shit, right? Give you some of his numbers. Give you some of his numbers. I remember I told you guys a while back that I really, really loved this guy. Pause, right? No homo, whatever you want to say. But the power numbers, it's the power numbers for me, right? Slugging this shit. Look at all of this. Look at these the slugging on these pitches, man. Not enough, not a big sample size, but you can even go back to last year, man. Slider, 625 slugging, expected 588. Sinker, 818 slugging, expected 900. Four seamer, 1,000 slugging, 460. Cutter, 833 slugging, 734 expected. These are small sample size, but you can go back to last year, right? The slugging was up on these main pitches. 837 for the season, 596, 700, 333 on that curveball, 500 on that joint there. Like the slugging was up, bro. Slugging was up. Slugging was up. Is up. It's up, right? So a lot of these pitches, if he get a hold to him, he's knocking fire from him, bro. So he's gonna be in play just just in general. Two bats. Let me see. Let me see what the model likes real quick. Twins. Oakland. So they got Royce Lewis at the top. Willie Castro. He's 2 for 2. And those two were doubles versus him. Now, I was looking for Willie Castro yesterday, but he didn't start. He might start today, so keep an eye out on that. Sometimes they start Larnick at the leadoff. It'll be Castro or Larnick at the leadoff. Keep an eye out on who starts. Blade. Blade um, is the first Oakland bat that pops up. Next will be Trevor Larnach, who I was just on, and he's 1 for 2 versus this guy, and that one is a home run. Royce Lewis is 1 for 2 versus this guy, and that one is a home run. JJ Bleday, who we just talked about, he's 1 for 2 versus this guy, and that is a home run, right? So yeah, right, yeah. So I'm looking for Brent Rooker. He's down. He has only faced this guy one time. He's 1 for 1. He's a personal favorite for me, and I can't talk about Zach Kaloff, right? He's another guy who I'm waiting to come around and go ape shit. So in this game, got an over under 8. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, right? The way I look at it, I might look at that motherfucker as an over. I might look at it. Crawford says over on Abbott. It lines up for him to go over on K's. It lines up for him to go over on K's. My thing is the ballpark is small, runs get put up, and are they going to tear his ass up? One of the top bats for me today is going to be. Okay, so I put the wrong guy up there, but it's going to be O'Neill. O'Neill lines up like a motherfucker, right? So I'm loving O'Neill, and I like the other guy, kind of Wong, right? And Devers is always in play. So if he can last, he's not a big strikeout guy. If he can last, we'll see. I'm not messing with it. I'm not messing with it. um, Last game on the docket here. Look, um, it's gonna be the I don't know what it's gonna be here, right? I don't know who's gonna win this game. Let's see. So I'm gonna tell you this. It's gonna be a repeat of yesterday. Okay, it's gonna be a repeat of yesterday. So we got a lefty on the mound. Uh, this game could probably go over. Who knows? I don't know. But I know what I'm looking at for bats here, right? I'm looking at uh, I'm looking at Will Smith again, and I'm looking at Teoscar Hernandez. Okay, so ERA for Sandoval sitting at 5.2, expected at 4.1. Don't really care about his game logs. Don't care about any of this. Truthfully, tell you the truth. The walks, right? He's given up 2 walks or more, and one every game except for 3 or 4. So you can't be walking folks. That's not one thing, right? His pitching outs been kind of all over the place a little bit here and there. Hasn't faced this team this year. He can give up some hits, whatever case may be, in the earned runs. He can give up earned runs, right? Strikeouts, he can strike you out here and there. It is what it is, but I don't even care about I don't even care, truthfully. Um, I'm more focused on what he's doing versus right hand pitching, batting. So as of right now, that slider and that sinker. I haven't looked at this game, so this is a first look for me. So I really want to line up some of these bats real quick. Regardless of the fact what he's throwing at and however he's throwing it, I'm still looking at I'm still looking at those batters that I mentioned. Okay. Mm, so he's throwing that sinker, slider, four seamer. He's mixing it up. Slider the most though. What about to? That's to lefties, right? What about to righties? Righties, he's throwing that changeup and that slider. He's mixing it up a little bit. He's mixing it up a little bit. He's pitching his worst to right-hand batters, as I can see right now. So, um, first guy I'll be looking at would be Teoscar Hernandez. I'll be mixing up this pitch mix and see what I can come up with. Regardless of what the pitch mix is, I'm probably have to. I'm going to be betting on him because this is what he does. He hits lefties, right? Um, Sometimes this shit loads up takes a long time. So what does he? Oh my God. Interesting. So what's the lead pitches Petro Sandoval's throwing? The changeup. 216 batting average versus that changeup. He's pretty good with that changeup. Uh, Teoscar Hernandez with that changeup. He's batting 389 versus that changeup versus lefties. Two home runs. 311 expected, 833 slugging. Expected slugging at 618. So yeah, right? Yeah, yeah, I like Teoscar Hernandez versus him, versus that changeup. The next pitch would be the slider. He's got a 284 batting average with that slider as a pitcher. Four doubles, two home runs. Slugging is around 450, 500. What about Teoscar versus that slider? Not very good, right? Not very good from what he's been seeing right now. What about last year? He was better last year, right? Batting 281, but as of right now, not really really good versus the slider. Next pitch would be the four seamer and the sinker. Um, I don't know how often he's going to see these pitches, but the four seamer, he's got three home runs on that four seamer. Slugging is up 682 for 768, and that's in that what was it? The slider, no, the sinker. Oh, he's cracked that sinker, right? He's 4.6, hasn't seen it that much. Has a home run, slugging is up. Hasn't seen that much, but he hits it every time he sees it. Even last year versus that sinker, the scouting report was out on him. They didn't throw it to him much. He had a 438 batting average with sluggings in the 700s. So I like that, right? If I like that for him, I'm definitely gonna like Will Smith. Will Smith can be hot. He hit a home run for us last night. I want to say that was versus a lefty, or was he still in the game at the time? Either way it go, I'm gonna like it, right? This is all he does. I only target him versus lefties. That's it. He's got big batting averages all through this, big power. All these pitches, right? 700 slugging, 900, 818 slugging, 600 slugging, 375 and 1200. He knocks the cover off of lefties, right? So he's throwing that changeup, slider, four seamer. And Will Smith versus that changeup, 273 batting average, two home runs, four seamer, 400 batting average, two home runs. And what else was that? The slide, the changeup and the slider and the sinker, changeup, slider, sinker, changeup. He's cracking that slider. He's cracking that sinker. He's cracking that. Um, Last year, four seamer. He's a little bit better as of right now than last year to start, right? So, and then Freddie Freeman and Otani, you don't need me to talk about those guys. So I'm looking at the bats again. Maybe a team total. Let me see what the team total look like. 3.5. I think I'm gonna like that. I think I'm gonna like a 3.5 and a -1. Uh, oh no, that's Angels. I'm sorry. 4.5 for the Dodgers. I have to take it. I have to take a look. But they expect them to put up runs, so it is what it is, right? Um, if these guys are in the lineup, then I'm gonna like Will Smith, right? Let me see battle props. Um, Will Smith. Um, Will Smith, Teoscar Hernandez. And do I have to put Otani and Freeman up there? I would put them up there just because, but I don't, right? The next bats would be, damn, the Mets already smacked him. Who hit that? That's why I stayed away from that game. JD, JD, JD. Mm. I showed y'all for a reason. I showed y'all this for a reason, man. These were the batting averages versus that fastball. JD Martinez got a 326 batting average versus that fastball, 600 slugging. This is why I showed y'all this shit for a reason, right? Marte, um, these Mark Vienaltos, whatever, and they don't strike out versus it. Now Martinez, Harrison, and Marte, but the rest of these motherfuckers they don't strike out that much. So I showed y'all guys that shit for a reason. This game might go over. This game might go over now. Uh, who else was I trying to show you guys for the bats? Oh, okay. Let's go grab and bad pitching, man. We trying to beat up on bad pitching. We trying to beat up on bad pitching. Ain't nobody out here trying to be tough. I ain't trying to be tough. I'm trying to be a bully, man. Waste Lewis, um, Blade, Larnack. Actually, those are the top three bats. I'm gonna keep it funky with you, right? Any more bats I need to add up here? The bats that I really, really like. Okay, Jock Peterson. Okay, Christian Walker. Jock Peterson is my top bat from this game. And then Alec Bohm, Corbin Carroll as a lefty. Um, it's a lot, man. It's a lot of bats I like from this game. Uh, Harper. Where is hmm? He's not in the lineup. Hmm. Cattell Marte is not in the lineup. And so the research pans it out. Well, we went over this game earlier, and like I said, Jock Peterson, the lefties, right? If they need Marte, he will pinch hit. But Corbin Carroll, I really like Corbin Carroll now, and Jock Peterson. Those are my guys. Those are two guys I liked from this side, and then I was just so it is what it is. Let's see. I want to see what the model likes for this Cleveland game, and I'll include it. Guardians and Blue Jays. Hmm, of course, they got Jose Ramirez, Naylor, and Quan at the top. Like, of course, like, no, duh. Mm. Oh, top bat from. Let me move him out the way. Ref Snyder's not supposed to be in there, but I'm telling you, I'm, I don't, the model got him up there. I don't got him up there. The model got his ass rated high for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not betting him. Okay, now watch him go out there and hit a home run. My top bet would be the best I like is kind of one. My top bet would be Tyler O'Neill from this game, and I can't talk off Devers like I can't, right? Um, so what else bats should I add here? Seattle Mariners bats are in play. I just cannot. I cannot. I cannot help it, right? I just ain't putting nobody up there. Julio Rodriguez. Fuck it, man. I'm gonna leave it at that, bro. I'm gonna leave it at that. So look, this is a lean over 9 runs for the Philadelphia. I'd rather play bats because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to be live betting this game, hits, runs, and RBIs. Right? I'll be live betting hits, runs, and RBIs on this game. Flaherty is a lean towards the over 6.5 strikeouts. Pepiot, here's a guy that you can take his strikeouts with the possibility of laddering him, going up to 7, going up to 8. Cutter Crawford, a lean towards the over strikeouts. I just don't like this ballpark. Okay, I don't like this ballpark because this ballpark produces runs. Same thing with his outs. The model loved Ref Snyder. I looked, I couldn't find out why. He's not my guy. He's the model's guy. I'm gonna just click that. He's not my guy. He's the model's guy. Royce Lewis, yes, please. Hit all the way up to a home run. Will Smith hits all the way up to a home run. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Jessica Hernandez hits, runs, and RBIs. Shoei Freddie, like really. Um, um, Blade, he's one of those guys, right? He's in one of those spots. Kentucky off and hit all the way up to a home run. Trevor Larnach, if he catch that fastball, kiss him goodbye. Christian Walker, heat check. Plus, I love him versus lefty. Jock Peterson, everything lined up. Except for splits. Everything lined up, though. Top home run candidate today. Alec Bohm, really good versus lefties. Corbin Carroll, pitch mix lined up. He's still been terrible. But pitch mix lined up, you don't have to bet him if you don't want. Bryce Harper is who he is. He's that guy. Connor Wong popped for me. Tyler O'Neill, top bat from that game for me. Rafael Devers is Rafael Devers, right? He is who he is. At the end of the day, take what you like, leave what you don't. Um, and peace out, fam. Appreciate it. Love.